Hi guys, so we are going to have a frost in the next night or two, and I want to go ahead and pull out any of the vegetables or things that are growing in the garden before that happens. So today we're going to harvest everything that's left out here in the garden. We've got Luffa tomatoes, some beans, sweet potatoes, pumpkins, and we'll just have to see what else we've got. I'd like to welcome you to my backyard Kentucky homestead. My name is Kim, and let's get started. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the loofah first. So let's get closer to that. So I had a really hard time getting the loofah to grow, to germinate. I ended up with 5 plants that just went completely bananas. So these aren't quite ready yet, but my understanding is that we can go ahead and harvest them. We wanna do that before frost because frost will damage them. Store them inside until they're dry, and when we shake it, the seeds should rattle inside. At that point, we can go ahead and peel the skin off and then work on processing the loofah inside. So let's see how many of these monsters we've got here. It's crazy. This is the first one that developed, and it's the closest to being right. But we'll just go ahead and let them all dry inside. So I'm going to go ahead and also harvest these calexes from the Tyroselle. I think it's ready. It's weird because they actually blossom for like a day and then the blossom's gone. It's like almost as soon as it blossoms, the blossom's gone. Hey, there's a tomato here. So over here we have the last of our tomatoes. And as soon as I start recording, the wind picks up again. Ah. So this weekend I'll come through and clean off all of the vines. Maybe they'll be dead by that point because of the frost. If not, we'll just go ahead and cut them back and get this cleaned off. I have to say I really do like this setup. It's worked really, really well. Next year I want to grow cucumbers on it. I haven't already said that. I think that those will work really, really well. And some beans. We probably won't need any loofah. But the big thing that I've got to do is get everything over here on drip irrigation because I had to hand water this and that was a pain and it wasn't consistent. So this stuff did not do as well as it could have if it had consistent drip. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll get one of the saws I've got, the garden saw, and just cut that. And I may lose it, but it's fine. So I got some more tomatoes to do. Got some Gale's Golden Pippin peppers. Golden honey pepper. And honestly, done with peppers. So I had, so if you saw the pepper harvest video, I had over almost 700 peppers. I brought a whole bunch of them into work and I've given some to family and friends as well. And I'm maybe down to half of what I had. Still so many. These are, I think, Gale's Golden Honey Pippin something. Or Pippin's Golden Honey Pepper, maybe. I don't know. It's a pepper. But one of the things, I've got a couple of perennials I need to go get into the ground. Okay, so this is some sort of drying bean. I think I planted this 2 or 3 times. I had a bunny rabbit that was eating all of the leaves. Let's see. I think it's a kidney type bean. So we're gonna go ahead and just pull what we've got, let them dry inside, and see what we get from it. So the cosmos that I have planted over here are just going to town. And they've actually self-seeded all over in this area here. I don't know that they'll come back. They probably won't, but it would be lovely if they would. The zinnias that I've also done beautifully. I've gotten a lot of seeds for those. And I need to go ahead and collect some more of the cosmos seeds and just sprinkle them around everywhere. So this okra has definitely seen better days. I don't see any that are actually ready to be picked. That may be the end of it. I do have sage in several of these beds. Those got away from me. Oops. Let's wait till when okra gets this big. You really want it to be about twice this size, but once it gets this big, it gets too woody. It's not edible. Not even freeze dried. But we have a few more okra plants over in the other part of the garden, so we'll go check that out next. So to finish taking this down, I'm going to come through with those DeWalt pruners. They'll make really easy work of that. This one still has quite a lot on it. I'm going to leave it just in case we don't get a frost. So let's go ahead and see if we have anything. Wishing these had died back a little bit more. But let's go and see if we've actually got anything growing. These are Puerto Rico. Not really expecting anything. So let's see. This bag had one plant in it. Oh. Sweet potato. That one split, but it looks like it cured. Should have done this in one of the beds. I have to come through later and pick this up and put it in a bed. Put some of the other bags into a bed. So I think next year, if I plant sweet potatoes, I'm going to put them in the ground, and I might try the Vardaman. It is also a bush variety, so while the plant may vine out like this did, it will put all of the tubers beneath the plant. So you're not chasing tubers all over the place. Oh, it's split, but that's nice. We'll have to use it. It won't last, probably. Little one. wow. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Wow. Awesome. That is amazing. Small one. So I tried to plant sweet potatoes 2 years ago, but I didn't know anything about slips or anything like that, so I just had some sweet potatoes that I got from Kroger the fall before. They were like 6 or 7 months old, and I just planted the whole sweet potato. So something like this, I just planted the whole sweet potato. It made little things like this eventually, but didn't look so good. That is pretty amazing. Uh-oh, another one. Wow. All right, let's check out the other bag. All right, not too bad. I guess that answers the question. Yes, you can grow sweet potatoes in a grow bag. That was 2 slips in each of those bags. Was it worth it? Maybe, maybe not. I would definitely love to try next year growing them in the raised bed where they have a lot more space to grow. I think we would get a whole lot more than this because these were definitely confined. But not bad. Now I don't have to cure these, you need to put them in an 85-degree temperature with high humidity. I don't have that. So what I'm going to do is take a tote, put a heat mat in it, and then turn that on and layer these on like baking racks within that tote. So just the small baking racks that you could put cookies or muffins on. And then just keep these in there with a bowl of water so that they will be in humidity for 2 to 3 weeks. So the onions I planted are not doing great. They may make it, we'll have to see. I will be starting backups and maybe also ordering from Dixondale Farms. But I'm not super thrilled. I started too late with them. We'll try again next year earlier. I have a lone little squash here. Pumpkin vines are still going crazy. Beautiful last of the season zinnias. So we actually have some broccoli growing. There's at least 2 of them, maybe 3, that have heads over here. So we're gonna leave those. These are frost tolerant, so we'll just leave those. This okra got knocked over in the storm we had this past weekend. So when you want to pick okra, this is about what you're looking for. So I don't know if this pumpkin will ripen, but it'll definitely rot out here in the frost. We've got quite a few pumpkins this season. So the wind has played havoc with this. I'm going to have to reset the structure, but I want to move it so it's actually in between beds, not on the outside, because with the setup with it on the outside of the bed, it made that side completely inaccessible. So I want to set it to where it's in the center of each bed. Some more over on that arch trellis, but we got a full pot of it already. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick these. With extra stem. Hopefully they'll continue to ripen. Since we're losing the light really fast, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up and then I'll show you what we have harvested. So we'll be back in a half a second. All right, guys, so it is the next day. It got dark so fast yesterday, I wasn't able to finish. It was really close, but it was too late and too dark to finish the video. But we ended up getting a really nice harvest. This is the last one for 2026. I'm gonna walk through the garden again once more just to make sure, but this is pretty much it. We got some tomatoes, a couple more peppers that I missed the first time last Saturday. And then we got some okra, a fair number of beans. We got black-eyed peas, as well as some of the drying beans from over on the side yard. And some of the purple pole beans. So we'll be able to plant those next year. We've got a few more pumpkins that are not quite ripe, but we could still use those for decoration. We'll see. Some of them, especially the ones that are more orange, may actually still ripen. So we'll see what we got out of that. We got a fairly decent, much more than I was expecting, harvest on the sweet potatoes. I wasn't expecting anything. But we actually got a few fairly nice sized tubers. We got a whole bunch of the Sunset Runner and the Scarlet Runner beans and 26 Luffa. Huge. Probably will never need Luffa again. It's pretty cool too. Here. This is a small one that was already drying, so I went ahead and peeled it just to see what it was like inside. And it's gotten crispy already. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna set these inside on the grow room shelves where it's dry and dark. Let them finish drying, and once we shake them, and we can hear the, almost got my eye with that. Once we shake the loofah gourd, and we can hear the seeds inside rattling around, then we can go ahead and peel the skin and work with the loofah inside to make sponges. So really, really excited. I didn't expect to get much of anything from the loofah. Had such a hard time germinating it, but really, really did. It's awesome. I will have more videos coming up to do with pumpkins. So we did get a lot more pumpkins out of the garden this year. I was absolutely shocked, and I will share that with you in a future video. And we'll also be preserving it in a number of different ways, from freeze drying, freezing, canning maybe, and definitely making some really delicious desserts. So we're gonna do some pumpkin spice stuff. It'll be really, really good. We've got a lot more cleanup to do in the garden, and we'll be starting on that this weekend. Getting everything tucked up, put to bed, and get the perennials planted that need to go into the ground or in the raised beds. And then just getting the orange and lemon tree and the olive tree inside. And just because we're gonna probably get frost tomorrow night. So a few things to do tonight, quite a few things to do over the next few weeks to get the garden tucked in for the winter. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. Wish you happy gardening. Have a wonderful day, and bye.